Hey, welcome to the best finance show with myself, Mpo Dagada. And this show, I created it so that I may teach each and every person how you can become your financial best. Now, the year is 2026, and we're seeing something quite phenomenal. Silver. Something we all didn't expect. Silver has now become or is now worth over 100 US dollars. Now, I've had the privilege and opportunity of speaking alongside Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad in countries. And while speaking alongside him, Robert Kiyosaki always says, you better buy silver. And this is the year where we're actually seeing that silver has actually made a breakout. Now, minerals or metals are something that many people do not really look into because they tend to think that only mine owners or mining conglomerates can really own them. But the truth is, today in the world of blockchain technology, in the world of tech, every single person can actually get their hands on silver. And we're seeing that the silver price has just shot up. Right now, if we look at the silver price, we're looking anywhere above 100 US dollars. Now, this is shocking, and I'll tell you why it's shocking, because no one expected it to happen this fast, except for a few legends like Robert Kiyosaki, who have been preaching, or rather have been saying to all of us to say, hey, we will be seeing that silver is really going to be taking over. Now, I want to take you through some very important things, and I hope you can see my screen. And if you can see my screen, just let me know. I'm here on my screen. I am on CoinMarketCap, where we look at the prices of all the cryptocurrencies and everything around the world in terms of the assets that we want to be looking into. And specifically today, we are looking into silver. Now, silver is worth $104. Now, I want us to look at this chart because it's always important to look at where the journey began and where it is at the moment. Now, if you look at the chart, you'll notice that if we go back, let's maybe go back down to November. If we start here on the 27th of November, silver was worth about 50 US dollars. Now, this is 2025, November 27th. Silver is worth 50 US dollars. Today, November, December, January, about 3 months later, silver is worth 100 US dollars. Now, it has doubled, more than 50% growth in less than 3 months. Now, when we talk about this, your mind automatically thinks Ponzi scheme that's going to crash, what's going on? And really, what the truth is if you understand the times and where the world is going, you're going to be able to make some good money by making the right decisions as to what to invest in. Now, we have been seeing silver go up, and it went up to 60 US dollars around December. It went up all the way to about 70 US dollars. It went up all the way, and it's keeping on going up. And this morning we woke up and we're seeing that now it's worth over 104 US dollars. Now, my first instinct when I saw what silver's doing was to ask myself, why is this happening? Why are we seeing silver do what it's doing? And it's important for you to understand that the markets don't just move. They move based on something. And all of you would have known that globally we've got a lot of turmoil going on. Iran, we've got wars going on. We've got rumors of war. The US wants to take over Greenland. We've got a lot of things happening. Mexico. And when these sort of things happen, people tend to go back to the fundamentals of investing. What are the fundamentals of investing? The olden way of doing things that has been proven time and time again. And gold and silver are one of those things that have been there for quite some time and have been proven time and time again. And people tend to go back to those things that they are very used to. Now, I want us to go again and have a look at exactly what is going on. And I'm going to let us just have a look over here at the screen. And I really want us to focus on, what silver's doing, what we can expect for it to do in the future, and why it's important for you to pay attention. Now, if you look at silver, it's ranked number 3,888 on CoinMarketCap, which basically ranks everything in terms of cryptocurrencies, in terms of gold. It ranks almost everything. And if you look at silver, you'll notice, and it's KAG, you'll notice that no one was really paying attention to it because it was not worth that much. It was worth less than 50 US dollars. So people were not really paying attention to it. So now that people are paying attention to it. This company, Kinesis Silver, has now tokenized silver. And as a result of that, people are paying attention to it. And I want us to go to the website so that we understand exactly what it is. This is an own the metal of tomorrow. This is a service that allows you to own metals like silver, even though you don't hold the physical metal. So you get able to harness the limitless potential of silver, the metal empowering the world around us. Choose the digital asset that makes owning silver simpler. So you're able to buy silver and it's able to be there on a blockchain. And the silver price at the moment, $103. It's seen an increase of 5.5. And it says the metal the digital age depends on. In a world driven by technology, owning the metal that makes innovation possible has never been more valuable. That's why silver, KAG, the digital asset that makes silver ownership for everyone and lets you benefit from growing demand. So this allows you to own silver on a blockchain. It's like owning a digital version of silver. And this is their website that you can obviously check on. I'll obviously leave this over in the description. And I want you to give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you believe that silver is going to keep going higher, and a thumbs down, or let me know to say down if you believe that silver is going to be lower or it's going to go lower. Now, they've got audits that you can view. They've got the Block Explorer, and they're saying use silver your own way. They're saying own silver, and you can start investing silver with as little as possible. Now, I've invested or bought some silver in the market that they're doing in, but I want to just explain to you, you store it in a vault. So they store it for you in a vault. Now, I've invested in gold before. And I want to tell you a little story, and it's quite a sad story when I invested in gold, and I'm still waiting for answers from this specific company because I found it to be very, very shocking. I bought some some gold, sorry, and when I bought this gold, I stored it in a vault. They're known as IBV vaults. And when I went through to go and check on my Krugerrand or my gold, I found that it was missing. So one of the huge problems we have with physical assets, especially in places that are not safe, is that it can get stolen or you can find that it's missing. So now with the digital version of your gold or your silver, you're able to keep it on a blockchain, and it's also able to be very liquid because instead of you selling it by going out there and finding somebody who wants to buy it, you're able to trade it on these exchanges or on these platforms that are regulated and that are safe, and of course do your own research and check in your own country, and you're able to hold these minerals without the risk of you actually keeping them in a vault or keeping them yourself, losing them, theft, and all sorts of natural disasters. Now, I want to just show you these platforms because the first point is skepticism. We all know when it comes to the digital age, it's a dangerous time. So what this company says they do, they say they store it in their vaults, and every ounce of physical silver is stored and fully insured. That was my favorite part, the fact that they've got insurance and independently audited. They've got high security vaults across global networks at no extra charge, and they've got a digital record that is created, and it's physical silver on a blockchain with every transaction logged for security and transparency. And then you obviously get your account, and they obviously have a lot of other things that they do as well. But for me, the most exciting part is the fact that we live in a world today where when it comes to you investing, you don't have to wait. You're able to get involved in the minerals that you believe in and minerals that you actually want to be involved in. Now, they say that they've backed one silver KAG with 1 ounce of silver, and you're able to own as many as you possibly can. So when I saw this, I was quite excited, and obviously for all our members that are part of the membership on YouTube and on Facebook, we've got a membership for our close members. I've done tutorials for you that I'm going to be posting straight after this live to show you exactly how you can grab your hands on silver. So if you feel that I'm going too fast, do not worry. You're able to follow through on the tutorial that I will share with you. And the transparency at every level, they show you the transparency at every level that exists, and you're able to sign up and you're able to grab your hands on silver. So what I've done is I've gone over to the coin market cap, which shows us all the cryptocurrencies that exist in the world, and I went over to markets, and I found that Bitmart is the only exchange that allows you to buy silver that is backed or owned by this company. So KAG is the symbol that shows every bit of silver that's on the blockchain, and 1 bit of silver, I've already told you this is the price at the moment. And you can go out there and you can buy yourself some silver. So that's what I did. I went on to Bitmart and I bought myself some silver. And I'm going to log on. This is my account on Bitmart that I registered. And I'm going to share my link below that you can sign up. Now, when you sign up, you get amazing bonuses because I would have given you my special link to sign up, and you also get a discount on fees. Now remember, this is a independent platform that you can go out there, search and research, that you can use. I have done my own research and I use them as well. And if you do use our link, you also get a free bonus video that we show you how to use this platform. So make sure that if you do use my link, you go over and you let us know that you've used this link on the WhatsApp number that we'll give you, and we will be able to send you a free tutorial on how to set up your account. Now, once you're in here, you go over to spot market. This is where you're able to buy everything. And on the spot market, once you've clicked on the spot market, I'm already on the spot market over here, you'll be able to come here and say KAG, which represents silver. So it's KAG USDT, which is against the US dollar. Now, once I've opened up my KAG, I'm going to see the price is 104 US dollars for each silver. Now, if I scroll down, I will be able to see all the different trades that I've done on silver. But I just want to quickly show you here. If you want to buy silver, you come here and you say you want to buy 1 silver. It's going to show you the price, including the fee that you would pay, and you click on buy, and you would own 1 silver. Now, I'm going to buy one, although the price, I don't like where it is at the moment. I would have wanted to buy it at a much lesser price, because remember, the strategy is you buy when the price is low and you sell when the price is high. So I would click on buy, and I've bought 1 ounce of silver, KAG, 1 KAG at 104 US dollars, and I click confirm, and my order is placed. And if I come below here in my order book, I am able to see, here it is, I've got to buy at 104, and I'm buying 1 KAG of silver. And obviously I'm going to cancel that. Now, I'm going to show you my trade history so that you can see that the proof is in the pudding, and I'll show you from about the beginning of when I started. Let's go over to the spot order so that you can see some of my trades here. I'm going to obviously say pairs, and I'm going to choose KAG so you can see what I've been able to do. USDT, KAG, then search, then let's go all the way to the beginning. Now, if we scroll back, I'm going to show you the first place that I bought my silver. I'm just hoping that it doesn't show us too many pages, because I am quite the avid trader with a lot of experience. So I do a lot of trades on the markets. Cool. So I think this is the beginning. So I then bought silver on the 29th of December. So I was quite late to the party because I didn't quite believe in silver. I mean, I love tech stocks, and I usually buy a lot of technology company stocks, a lot of cryptocurrencies as well. And I decided to be buying silver because I thought it is something that is going to grow. And I hear a lot of you in the comment section say you want to see the screen a bit bigger. So let me see if I can just make the screen slightly bigger for you so that you can see the screen slightly bigger. Let's see if I can just zoom the screen out. See that? Zoom. There we go. I hope that the screen will be slightly bigger. However, you might not be able to see me. I'll move on this side of the screen, and you can then see my screen slightly better. Let's do it the other way. I want to know from you, have you ever bought silver? How much silver have you bought? And what are your thoughts on silver? Sorry about this. Let us just zoom in here so you can see it louder. I mean, clearer. There we go. Much, much better. All right. So let's go in and let me show you silver. So on the 29th of December, I then bought some silver, and I started buying. I bought silver, my first bit of silver, at 83 US dollars. I then also bought at 82. So I started quite early to buy silver. So I've made quite a bit of money. And the reason I bought silver was because, firstly, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki has always said, buy silver. He's always said silver is the next big thing. And for me, I've always said, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, I'm more of a crypto guy. I've made my money off Bitcoin, and, you know, I rather prefer tech stocks, you know. And he sort of said, look, gold and silver are fundamentals. They've been there for a while, and it's important that, you know, you get your hands on some of them. And I thought, okay, cool, that's quite interesting. Let me start to explore that. Let me start to learn about that. So I'm finding it very, very interesting that we're living in a day and age where we're really seeing that gold and silver are really becoming something very profound. Now, I'm going to just quickly explain to you why I bought some silver, and we're going to have some discussion about it because I would want you to make your own decisions. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that the image of me is not being blocked by this. So this technology is actually giving me quite the runarounds, which is quite interesting. And that's the interesting thing about a live, the fact that you got to sort of get it to be perfect. You got to sort of get it to be right. So I will just then re-level this and put it on this corner. And if you cannot see it, apologies. In the next stream, we'll make it much, much larger. There we go. Right. If you can see it, just comment for me and let me know that you can see it. Let me know if you can see it. That will really, really be great. Let me know. Let me know. Can you see the screen? Is it visible? So right now you're seeing my profile picture of a beautiful penthouse on my device. So can you see it? Ah, there we go. Perfect. So we've got silver, and I bought silver obviously at $83. And as you can see today, silver is now at $104. So I've made some money over here. I bought it at $82. I bought it at, so I've been buying some silver over some time. And if you have a look, so I started buying silver about more than a month ago. I think over here, I've only put a month. Let me actually go all the way back to maybe the first. Let's search and see when I actually started dabbling in silver. So this gives us that up until the first KAG. Let's search and see what have we got here from the 1st of November 2025 right up to where we are at the moment. Let's go back there. December, January 23rd, search. There we go. So if we go all the way back, let's have a look at where I actually started. So you'll notice that because I'm a trader, I buy and I sell so that I can make the money on the upside. So as you can see over here, started buying some silver. And when I was buying some of the silver, also sold some of the silver. Then I came back and I bought some of the silver again when it got to 95. And I started buying, I sold it at 96. So I've been buying and selling and making a profit. Then I started buying more aggressively. Now, I've obviously got a beautiful strategy that I'm using on this platform where I'm able to buy silver, and I bought at 95. Now, obviously, because I bought one at 95 and today it's at 104, I've made $10 profits on all of these that I would have bought. And then I just continue to buy when the price is low. So at 91, I'm buying, at 90, I'm buying. So for a lot of people, they tend to ask themselves questions about, investing and thinking that it's difficult and it's mystical. And that's why we've created this membership, so that you don't lose out on making money. You actually get to see that you can actually do it yourself. It's very simple, very easy for you to understand. You just need the right guidance for you to be able to do it. So I've been buying silver and I've been selling silver. So I'd buy it and I'd sell. And then I started buying and selling at about $2 profit, because I realized that if I can just continue buying and selling, I'm able to make a lot of money because of the volatility. Volatility meaning that it's going up and down very quickly. So I've been trading silver for some time now, and I've been buying silver. And I would actually say that it's been phenomenal to see the move of silver. And I'll tell you why silver is in such a big demand. Because number one, a lot of people have not actually paid attention to it. And because people weren't paying attention to silver, now everybody's paying attention. Everybody's saying, hey, we want to actually get our hands on silver. So right now, it's actually becoming something that a lot of people want to get their hands on. But also very important, silver is one of those things that was sort of ignored because gold was always the limelight. So a lot of people focused on gold. So if you have a look at this article, it says here, the rise of solar power. And it speaks to the fact that the impact of silver, it says the combination of rising solar power and EV adoption is expected to have a profound impact on silver prices as demand for silver outpaces supply. Prices are likely to rise, potentially reaching new all-time highs in coming years. So it's basically saying that, hey, there's going to be a huge demand for silver. And this is being caused by some of these fundamental news that we're seeing. So there is some of the things there, and says securing the silver supply chain. It also here speaks to ensure a steady supply chain of silver. It speaks about some of the countries that are already doing so there and adopting to the new silver landscape. The conclusion is the surge in demand for silver, driven by the growth of solar power and electric vehicles, presents both challenges and opportunities for the global silver market. As a leading manufacturer and supplier of silver, and is at the forefront of this transformation, adapting its business strategies to meet the evolving needs of the industry. By securing a reliable and sustainable silver supplier, investing in innovative technologies, and collaborating with key stakeholders. So this company is basically releasing an article talking about how, because silver is booming and everybody wants their hands on silver, it's going to become more valuable. The demand is going to increase. So found that to be quite interesting. And then was another article over here from the Economic Times, and what they're saying about silver is also quite interesting. They also get to speak about silver here, and they talk about that boom in silver. I think that article might have just shifted away here, but it speaks about the fact that silver is booming. Now, if you want to get involved in silver, I would say if you've got your hands on silver, that would be lovely for you to get physical silver and you've got somewhere safe to store it. But you are able to register on Bitmart and you're able to sign up and you'd be able to get an account and you're able to buy silver, of which I will then show a tutorial on the members only area where we do so. Now, I want to end off by maybe explaining why investing is so important, because a lot of people do not understand the importance of investing. And we're living in an age where machine learning, AI, blockchain technology is replacing a lot of people's jobs, is replacing a lot of household incomes, and is replacing a lot of ways that we do things. And as a result of that, gone are the days where one can only depend on one stream of income. It's very dangerous, because in today's day and age, you can depend on one thing and tomorrow everything can change because the world is moving so fast. So it's important for you to learn the skill of investing in the right things, investing in the safe things, and educating yourself. And that's why I always advocate to say, once you are an investor and have an understanding of investing, it becomes much more simpler for you to become a better investor. So the first step is always for you to start and from there on move. And I have trained and taught many people on blockchain technologies, on different applications, AI, machine learning, investing, robots, all sorts of technologies that help people make money in this fourth industrial revolution. And I do have a course that I give where I do teach people on these things. But most importantly, the important thing is whether you come for the course or not. The important thing is even here on this channel, you will be learning and you'll be understanding. So share your tips on what you think silver is going to go to. I want to know, what are your predictions? I've been seeing crazy predictions of people saying silver is going to go almost, $200, $300. And I doubt it's going to go that far, but I do think for the time being, we will see a very strong boom in silver. And lastly, I always say that I'm not a financial advisor, so this is purely for entertainment purposes. So do make sure that you do your own research and you do your own findings on this. As for me, I'm going to keep stacking up on silver. I'm going to keep going in on silver. And I do have a target where I think I'm going to stop. And I'm looking forward to seeing many other platforms offer silver so that people are able to do so. I know many banks do so already, where you can buy silver, where you can buy gold. And let us know any other topics that you want us to cover. But every single day, I want to make sure that I'm coming here and I'm giving you value and I'm educating you. And I am ensuring that you are learning. Now, my silver journey is an interesting one, because Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, in many of his talks, while speaking with him as a global speaker, he's often said to me, save your money where God saves his money. And he says, save your money in God's system of saving money, which is silver. Because if you look at it, silver has been around for the longest of time. And I did not quite believe him. I did not quite understand it. For many years, I ignored it. I thought, this is for old people. But having seen the results of silver, I'm now saying, hey, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, there's some legendary stuff there. And shout out to Success Resources and Veronica and Richard, who introduced me to Mr. Robert and being part of his great teachings. And when I saw them recently, Veronica said something to me very touching. She said, Paul, make sure that the teachings of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, teaching people how they can accumulate assets for themselves and not liabilities. She said, we need to make sure that we do more to teach people. And these are some of the teachings that have changed my life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the teachings of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, accumulating assets and letting those assets work for you. They've literally shaped a lot of my thinking and made my life much, much better. So we're going to be making sure that we do share lots of these and also teach you more. And make sure that you share this video with at least 10 people. Let them start the year right. Now, there's some interesting data points about silver. You can't have an iPhone without silver. You can't have a Tesla car without silver. You can't have solar panels without silver. So silver is actually useful in this world, and we're running out of silver. And people are saying, and economists are saying that, hey, the silver market is going to go up because the demand is needed in the future. So these are some of the insights that are coming out of people when they say that. And the number one question people ask me is, where do we buy it? How do I buy the silver, and how do I not get scammed with it? And I always say that I do share my tutorials where you can follow through step by step on how you can buy silver, how you can register an account, and why it's important for you to do so in a safe way. So make sure that you join the membership so that you can watch that video. I've documented everything for you there in our private membership, so that it's not a gambling that you're doing with your money that's dangerous, but you're actually learning how to build generational wealth in a proper way, and in a fortress, and in a way that even your silver is actually insured. So don't wait until it's too late for you to learn how to invest. Make sure that you're investing and putting your money to work for you. And here's the beautiful part about investing, is that the moment you start investing and you get addicted to investing, the best part about it is you only get better. And that's the lesson that I've learned throughout the years. When I started the investment journey, there were many things I got wrong because I didn't know what I'm doing. And I've been doing this now for over 14 years as a daily thing that I do in terms of this. And I've really become very good at it. I've written books about it. And I always say that the biggest thing that I helped myself by doing is by starting. And I want to encourage you to say, whatever level you're in, start saving. Don't wait for the future. A lot of people want to wait until they're comfortable for them to start. No, start today, as little as you can. Even with the silver, you do not have to buy a full ounce. You can buy a very small portion, 0.1, very small, but start where you are right now. And the more you do so, the more you learn. And even those that have been disappointed in many investments, it happens to everybody, to all of us. We all get disappointed in many different investments. I meet a lot of people that have said, hey, I've invested in Shiba. Some say I've invested in this. Some say I've invested in that. Some say I've lost my money. Oh, I'm discouraged about it. And I always say that in this journey of investing, once you begin to learn and you have the right coach, you learn how to diversify your investments, how to protect your investments. You even learn how to understand price action and movements even before they happen, of which we deal with all of that in the membership. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember that liking and sharing and subscribing helps us greatly. Thank you. And I look forward to hearing about your success story. And if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and we will try and deal with them. Thank you.